So with Joe Biden saying that you're not black if you don't vote Democrat or vote for Biden, you don't particularly agree with that.
Hell no, I don't buy that at all. I don't buy that at all. I don't want to get the doctor's name. I want to say, I don't know if it's Tisdale or
Mm.
something, but he ran a lot of campaigns. And he basically, I seen him online. And he said, "Yo, I've won people campaigns, big people." And he basically explained how your vote really means nothing because you hold no economical power. And me from a, I don't want to throw people off, but if you really don't have the money for a lawyer, like I've been in the hood and have money for a lawyer and not have money for a lawyer. When you have
Mhm.
money for a lawyer, it's a whole different story. So I think when we have economical power, the judges, the mayors, the councilmen on a local level have to respect us and deal with us if we know what we're doing and not just running out and using the economic power on buying the hottest, latest, dopest shit to stun on the gram. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes we could put our money together and maybe buy a store in the hood or a property in the hood and set up a situation where we could be beneficial somewhere in the long run from it.
Okay, so I want to cover two things with that. Um, we as hip hop artists and hip hop musicians, the majority of the music that we make is about stunting. So how do we change that narrative to get people to think about buying businesses
Balance.
and stuff like that?
You got to balance it out. Like you got to a, a lot of the music on the forefront is about stunning. There's a lot of great music all over the net from different angles, different aspects, from political to conscious to physically to caring about who you are. I think we got to stop. This is an ill thing to say at the same time. Stop looking at musicians like they're more than you are as a regular person at home. They eat like you do, they shit like you do, they walk like you do, they bleed like you do, and they sleep like you do. So start, if I'm making an album you don't like or a song you don't like, starting with myself, as Styles P. Don't tune into that shit and tune into somebody who's saying something you could dig and you could vibe with, that's on your vibration at the time. We got to stop looking to mainstream media and what they're supplying us as that's the end all. You know how many artists make conscious music without ever talking about stunting or money
Mm-hmm.
or a dollar
100%.
bill or shaking your ass or twerking or killing anybody? It's a ton of them, but they don't get the spotlight, like because we don't give them the spotlight. So you know that starts there.
You you you're one of the rare groups that was in what I call, because I was in it too, that was in what I call the machine.
Yeah,
So you were on Bad Boy. You were part of the machine. Like
yeah.
y'all were making big hits. Mariah Carey. Y'all were the Benjamins, whatever. Yet you were still able to have that grounded concept. What is it that you see in terms of the machine that makes these artists want to do that? Do you think they're being pushed by the machine to make a certain kind of music?
Um, I once, yeah, they are pushed because the machine controls everything. So how are they not pushed if they want to see? If you want to be successful, you got to kind of run with what the machine does. So a lot of artists are pushed into feeling like I have to be a certain way and do a certain thing to be successful. And then a lot of them don't have that home love that they should have. They don't have that loyalty. Like for me, yeah, even today, like even the people who run the machine and work the machine, I love to do business with them. Some of them are cool people. They ain't all assholes and bad people. But at
Mm,
the
of
end of
course
the
not.
but at the end of the day, I never forgot where I'm from and the people from here. I like these people more. They're a little more grounded. They're a little more realistic. They're a little more remembering what life is about. So when you see those people, you hold on to them and you don't forget that. And then you do your best to navigate through the machine and stay grounded while you're in the machine.
Mm. And that goes to my next question. You were on Bad Boy, and I will say this. I'll preface this by saying that No Puff Daddy, no Fat Man Scoop. He taught me everything I knew. He was the reason that I wound up getting into the music business. And as you know, Puff is a hit maker, he's a machine maker. How were you able to stay the locks without having to go to that mainstream side? How were you guys able to maintain that street look on a label that kind of churned out the mainstream hits?
Confidence in who you are and what you do. Confidence in who you are and what you do, and knowing that it will keep you solid and keep you grounded, because it was like, okay, we could hang with Puff all we want and hear what he's saying and do all he want. But when we go home and we get back into town and we get to the next town and the whole 914, we know how these people live. We know what they seen. We know what they do. We know how they think. We are these people. So you stay grounded. You stay focused, and you play the balancing act. You're
You're,
appreciative of being around the machine, but you want to bring that back to your people, and because a lot of people get in that machine, then they can't go home. What fun is that? Like, what fun is that when you come from one place, then you see the machine, you see how it works. You want a lifestyle, you want exotic cars, you want great watches, nice homes, best fashion, great food, but now you can't go back home. It's not even worth it. Play the
and
balance in that.
people, I just want to preface this by saying that I've seen this man. He didn't even see me. I've been in Yonkers and literally driven down the street and seen this man outside with Sheik Luch. Jada wasn't there at the time that I drove by, but I was in my range, kitted up, blacked out, drove by. I was like, oh shit, Sheik and Luch standing right there on the corner, not hiding, with your people, nothing. So you literally stay in the hood, you are in the hood, you be in the hood, you have juice stores in the hood, like you
Yeah.
are really still in the mix. Speaking of which, are you, because I didn't know the difference. Are you vegan or vegetarian? Which is the difference? What's the difference?
No, I like to call myself, I mean, you could call me vegan. I just say I'm plant-based, though. I don't like to say I'm vegan because one thing, most people who say they're vegan, I do not eat any animals. I don't eat anything that swim, crawls, walk, flies, farts, or fucks. Like,
Okay, thank you.
besides plants. Like, you know what I mean? Um, but I think when you say you're a vegan, I don't say I'm a vegan for the one thing. I'm a black man. So most vegans, they don't wear leather, they won't eat honey, and they fight for the rights of all animals.
Mhm.
One day, I hope to advance to be able to feel comfortable to fight for the rights of animals. But as a brown man, as a black man, we don't have equality. I have to worry about my son going out. My wife, my mother, anything. Police will violate anything with a dark color. So when we get beyond that, I will call myself a vegan and fight for the rights of animals. But for right now, my focus is on the equal right of man, woman, and human first. But I do not eat animals. And one day I hope to fight for their rights. I swear I do. But until we have our rights first, I got to focus on this fight. When that happens, which I'm hoping it will happen and confident that one day it'll all be equal, then I'm gonna fight for the animals too. So I don't call myself a vegan. I just say I'm plant based.
Okay. Speaking of vegan, plant based, healthy, whatever, you have juice stores. Where are your juice
Yeah,
stores exactly?
we got two in the Bronx. One on Castle Hill, 1028 Castle Hill Avenue. One on Tremont, East Tremont. One on Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, Malcolm
I
X
go to
Ave.
I go to the
Yeah,
Castle Hill.
211, and then you could go to right here, 211 Nepperhan. 277 Malcolm X in Bed-Stuy, 211 Nepperhan in Yonkers,
Marcus.
1028 Castle Hill, and East Tremont, and also right around the
Okay,
corner
so
from Castle Hill.
what got you into doing juicing and having a juice bar?
Looking for balance, and looking for some sort of peace. Um, as a rapper, you're on a road a lot. You live a very fast life as an entertainer. Period. Then as a street dude, you live a very fast life. So I kind of was just looking to get back to the roots of eating fruits, vegetables, being calm, drinking things that were good for me and being around level-headed people that were from different backgrounds from me. And my partner Nye, that's how I started. I started going to Fruits of Life on 125th between Park and
Hmm.
Madison, and I was just
Yes.
chilling there, just visit all the time. And then eventually I became part of it, and we opened one up in the Bronx, and then two in the Bronx, then one in Yonkers, then one in Brooklyn, and Pharmacy for Life. If you haven't checked it out, that's Pharmacy with an F, Farmacy for life. We sell black seed oil, oil of oregano, sour sap, sea moss, just things to keep you healthy and keep you balanced. When you live a fast life, I'm not like the typical health person, and I'm not trying to beat you in your head. I'm not trying to make you feel bad about your whatever you're doing. I just say practice balance, man. A lot of us drink, a lot of us smoke, a lot of us don't sleep, a lot of us have a lot of sex, a lot of us are running our bodies into the ground. So just put some good in your body.
Right, right. Okay, now, well, hold on. Before you go there, is sex? Are you saying that sex is bad, sir? Fatman Scoop.